The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with KiwiBank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Are you curious about how business can be better? I'm Simon Pound, and I host Business is Boring, a podcast where I kōrero with some of the most interesting people in entrepreneurship, commerce, and making things happen. Tune in to Business is Boring every Tuesday, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in partnership with Spark Business Lab.
I was a big Zed fan. I took 24 photos, used up the whole roll of film, taking photos of Zed at the Summer Hummer in Masterton.
That's right, I knew that there was some roll. Summer Hummer.
The Summer Hummer was the biggest event in the Wider Upper.
Is that a lewd name? I feel like a Hummer is a sex act.
I've never. You are filthy.
I think in the early 2000s it wasn't.
No, but it has become... It feels like a peculiarly... I don't know what it is, but if I had to guess where it over-indexes in terms of being acted, I think Masterton.
I'm going to tell you a story that I really hope doesn't end up on the Instagram. Because I've never told anyone this.
Okay, I'm loving this.
I googled Hummer.
Is it bad?
Yeah, I get to cover my screen with my hand straight away.
Did you get images?
No, just words, but they looked like dirty words.
I've got pictures of the Hummer vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to do Summer and then Masterton around it.
Oh, I'm not doing any of that. I didn't tell you my bad story. Okay. So my ex-boyfriend toured with Zed. He wasn't like an official part of the band, but he was part of their touring party when they went over to Europe. And at the time...
Like a groupie?
No, he played with them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was like
I see, like a second
musician.
guitarist.
Yeah. And he, bassist. I don't know how it works. Something guitar, but one of the ones that's got strings. And he...
I had just nodded with a huge nod.
He knows.
At the time, we'd broken up, right? And I was missing him. And I sent...
Oh, my God.
I sent the only bum photo I've ever seen. I had underwear on, but it was still like quite a nice bum photo.
Bum photo?
It was a Belfie. I sent him a Belfie. Anyway, now I'm like, probably all of Zed has seen my bum.
What year was this? What was the tech? Like a Pixt. It would have been a real grainy Pixt.
It would have been a grainy Pixt.
How many KBs are we talking?
You get the text message and you have to go online to download the bum.
So it's like slowly loading.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is a bum. I think this is a bum I've got. Nathan.
It's a Belfie. Nathan wouldn't have been about that life.
But you're on tour. You're definitely showing that to the rest of the band, aren't you? So Zed had probably seen my bum. Worked though.
Well, at least we got a title for the podcast.
we got back together when he returned. So
wow.
Did the job? Oh my God. Oh, I was about to say, you need to have seen Jane's face when she was flexing about getting back together. And
really proud.
It was really, really.
It was a terrible relationship, and I wish I'd never been in it from the word go.
Well, if it hinged on a Belfie, you know.
That's another good name for the episode.
Hinged on a Belfie.
This is actually a Below Deck podcast. So.
But we keep all that.
What? Yeah.
All the Zed stuff.
Yeah.
Can I just, before we just depart from Zed, I feel like I got a really big scoop that's forever been underappreciated, that I found out who or what Glorophilia was. And it was the name of, who was the guy with the little piercing here who wasn't Nathan King? Ben's mum had a stitch, like a cross-stitch book that was called Glorophilia Stitches. And he looked at it and went, that sounds like a girl's name. Let's write a song about it. It was a book.
Did you publish that on the Spin-off?
I published it on the spinoff.com. Which works.
Which does work.
If you search
That
it.
was my biggest purchase of the as proprietor of the Spin-off for years and years and years was the .com. Never done anything with it, but it does work.
It's there.
Now.
It's
But
like
yeah,
how we
just-
were rocking #RealPod and #TheRealPod for such a long time.
We don't rock any hashies anymore.
That is
do
a
we?
big scoop.
I
Huge
thought
scoop.
so. And
Huge
actually,
scoop.
I think it showed up in a pub quiz once, which made me very proud.
Wow.
So maybe it is appreciated. That's like top tier, eh?
That
If you
is
get in
the
a pub
top 10.
quiz.
Did you see that one, that picture of Mad?
Mad made it to Believe It or Not.
If
That's-
my bum turns up on an Air New Zealand quiz, I'll be filthy rotten with you guys, okay?
That's amazing the amount of butt content. And it's like, because the block, we've just done a block pod, like that's behind the apron strings. I don't know what's going on there. And it was just totally G, maybe a little PG, maybe we did a little like swearing. Suddenly we get to Below Deck and it's international waters and it's just all butts and hummers.
Yeah, all bets are off. This is your Below Deck Down Under recap podcast, and we have 5 minutes in which to recap this episode. I apologise. There's been so much non-Below Deck talk. Episode 14, New Kids on the Block. Magda, fired. Gone. Out. She's got an hour and 25 minutes or something to get off the boat.
Did you see that? Did you see it coming?
Huh?
Did you see it coming? I didn't think that Magda was going to get the chop.
Yeah, well, because I
Like
kind of
Ryan screamed for it. He like primal screamed for it the whole time.
Maybe, you know, Captain Jace. Our Jace is an introvert. He has trouble with confrontation. Maybe he needed a practice run
Yeah,
for
true.
Ryan and
Yeah.
thought, I'll just,
Easy target.
she'll probably leave. I can use the boyfriend thing as an excuse. Because she was quite gracious in her firing.
I'm going to throw out a real wild theory here.
Yeah.
Captain Jason is doing what Aisha asks him. Do you think Aisha's he's got a little holds a little candle for Aisha?
But
Sacre bleu!
That's controversial.
Well, there was a moment where she was like, "I've got to make this interior work because I asked for these changes when the new people came on, when Nate and Taylor started. She's like, I asked for these changes, so I have to make it work. Otherwise, it's on me." I'm like, so all she has to do is rock up. She's been included in every discipline meeting, even for he even had her on side for when he was disciplining the deck crew.
That's right.
She's
As a witness.
Yeah, she's his wing. What's a boat's wing called? The side bit. She is his side bit.
Paddle.
That woman. No, that's wrong. I didn't mean like that.
Wow.
Or maybe I did. I don't know. Anyway, just throwing it out there.
And Ryan handled it very well, didn't he?
wow, I love
Calling the
that.
captain a fucking vagina.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot that.
And the captain overheard it, which is the best bit.
So good.
So he only got 25 minutes to get off the boat. He's like Peter Wolfkamp coming down with his penalties. Jamie got called to the bridge and got told the news that these two crew were leaving, and he's just pissed that none of his deck crew got taken off.
He wants them all. Yeah, it's and I sort of understand that. I don't think. Like, I think Benny had just as strong a case for being fired as Ryan or Magda, to be honest.
Nah, not as Ryan.
Well, not as Ryan. Ryan's. But
Ryan should never have
they
been given
just
the job.
there were no other chefs in those waters. That couldn't have worked. But yeah, it was. I can sort of a little bit relate to Jace. I was just a deeply relatable character.
To
All the
Jace. Or Jamie.
Oh no!
Too many James.
Oh no.
It's happened again.
And Ryan, of course, mooned, which he
He
doesn't do very
did.
often.
Yes, more bums.
More bums.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
set the tone here,
It's
subliminally.
true. It's true. He thinks the captain's intimidated by him, which is lol.
So funny.
But I love the way he was just like, yeah, fine, good. I wanted to go
Don't
ages
even
ago.
don't even want a job.
Imagine having Ryan's self-esteem, like the things you could accomplish in this world with Ryan's, the confidence to ability ratio, and just like, yeah, I'm on TV, it's my last act, out it comes, here is my butt.
I'd do it, obviously.
I love this new mode you've got, Jane.
Magda was a bit emo when she left, wasn't she?
Was
But
the photo in a mirror?
no.
Or was it?
It was an
you
angle
set up-
thing. It was an
right,
angle.
so you held the phone down.
Yeah, to be honest, the only reason I sent it was because I was like, wow, that is magic in a bottle right there. Like, I don't think my bum really looks that good. I've just managed to get the magic angle.
It was a different time, though.
Was this the first Belfie?
The only
Did you
Belfie.
invent it?
Oh, you mean the first
Like
Belfie
ever?
ever? Yep.
Follow up. What kind of phone did you have?
I had I think it was a flip phone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What brand?
I think it might have been I think it was one.
Like a Motorola Razr?
This is terrible. I think it was one I was given when I was working on C4. I did have a Motorola at one point, but it wasn't a Motorola. It was like a chunky, like a Vodafone, almost branded one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
How much does it cost to send a text internationally in that era?
I think
Yeah.
it did that thing where it was like a multimedia. It was an MMS,
Yeah.
and you'd get the text message to go and download it via a
Yeah.
website.
Yeah, I remember
So
that. That was a mash.
It's definitely on the
Would
internet.
have been 99 cents min, though, for
Yeah.
sure. That was
Yeah.
just to send any kind of
Yeah.
mixed media. Is that it?
Well,
Is that it? I'm retreating.
Something.
Syndrome.
Did he send a Belfie back?
Well, a male Belfie is much less
There's
than
no
demand.
return
Oh,
Belfie.
tell that to Chizzo.
There's no return Belfie.
No return
No.
Belfie.
No. He slept
Was
with his
there-
ex-girlfriend while I was over there, though.
Oh my God.
I really feel like everything was win-win for him. You know, broke up with me, got a free Belfie, got to sleep with his girlfriend, came back and got together with me. Plus, got to be like on tour with Zed. You know,
And like when? Like 2004?
2004, 2005 ish.
Oh my God.
That's peak. And in fact, only time to be on tour with Zed in Europe.
Got a free Belfie.
Also,
Like you were charging otherwise.
that timing puts me at like 25, 26, which is way too old to be sending
Why is it
Belfies.
old to me? No, that's totally fine. It's also fine to be sending Belfies right now. Not while we're in studio.
Okay.
But just
all
in
right,
general.
I'll try to resist.
Never too old, like they say at the YMCA about the 90-year-olds doing weights.
Send us your Belfies. Don't. Please don't. Please don't. Where were we?
Wow.
Oh,
we
dear.
were aboard whatever it's
Thalassa.
called.
We have a guest called Geordie who is a yoga instructor. She's celebrating her 30th birthday.
How?
How? Well, first of all, she wants a sunset Coachella / Burning Man festival.
Yeah.
We got that amazing clip of Captain Jason being like, I've seen a few festivals
Yeah.
in my time, and then just him like rocking out
Next to
in
the fish and chip stand or something.
That's
eh?
right.
But it
on his
was
own
at Burning Man, right?
At some sort of festival.
It had Burning Man energy.
Oh, I don't know. He was wearing blue. When you're at Burning Man, you're covered in like war paint and.
You can be
feathers
whatever you want.
Nah.
All right.
I reckon he's at Coachella. That's my guess.
Burning Jane.
I just remember when Geordie Porty went to
of
Burning
course.
Man. And
Headdress.
it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing.
I miss him.
Anyway, back to our Geordie.
Jordan.
Yeah.
As a cultural figure.
Yeah, remember when he came on our live stream we were doing our feet?
I would never
Yeah,
ever
that
forget
was
that.
cool.
When we were doing
Quite,
our feet.
confronting that, with you got your feet falling off on a live stream. It's a different time.
And then he came into my house, broke the coin flip news,
That's right.
just let himself in, walked down the hallway, sat next to us as we were watching the finale of a Bachelor thing, and he was like, ugh, they're way hotter than my season. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was like the first words out of his mouth.
I think you gave him an Easter egg that night. Sorry,
That sounds like a euphemism as well. It sounds even worse than a Hummer, whatever a Hummer is.
You know what? I think I did.
I think you did.
My children have a great, terrible habit of not eating their Easter eggs.
Yeah.
And I think they had a leftover Easter egg. And I think I felt bad that we didn't have anything to give them, so I gave them an Easter egg.
Well, when are we talking about? It was probably like May, right? It was relatively recent proximity to the
No, it felt like winter. Felt like
five
winter.
best
Cold.
religious festivals of the year.
I don't know when it was. It's all just,
It's all a blur.
it's all a blur.
We've been through a lot together.
We've been through so much. And you, Duncan, you were
Have I?
not present, but you have been.
I listened to it
here
on
for
the
things.
podcast app.
Do you find it hard staying optimistic with all the financial news in the media? I'm Bernard Hickey, and on my podcast, When the Facts Change, I'm here to help you navigate the ever-changing landscape of economics in Aotearoa. So join the conversation every Friday on When the Facts Change, brought to you by the Spin-Off Podcast Network in partnership with KiwiBet.
Kia ora, I'm Duncan Grieve, founder of The Spinoff. You can help us keep all of The Spinoff's award-winning journalism free for everybody by becoming a member today at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Talofa lover, I'm Madeline Chapman, editor at The Spinoff. If you have the means, consider supporting our high-quality journalism by becoming a Spinoff member. Sign up now at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Captain had a super cute call with his daughter, Saskia.
Yeah,
Spent the
was.
whole time telling her off for talking with a mouthful, which is like huge dad energy. It's
Yeah.
like, I've got 5 minutes with my daughter I haven't seen for 2
I'd
years.
do that.
Yeah.
I'd do that.
New chef Nate arrives. I've got bad haircut.
A little bit. But again, international waters.
Yeah, it looked better.
Time is a flat circle.
It looked better when he had it slicked back in the moments. It was just as he arrived with the breeze ruffling through his hair. It wasn't the one, but he seems like he can cook.
Very Australian. So
Very.
Australian he needs subtitles at times, which is cool.
Ryan has left his mark on the galley in the form of a blocked dishwasher. Just
snugged and clean anything.
everywhere.
Rotten vegetables.
Probably put his bum on it too.
I was about to say, I can imagine him like shitting somewhere wrong. You know, that kind of a do.
Question. How did the dishwasher get blocked?
Probably Magda's gloves, to be fair.
What was the name of the O'Neill guy on
Andrew.
Andrew Jury.
Andrew Jury. That kind of. I feel like they'd get on. Let me just say that.
Oh my God, they so would. That's so true. Okay, so when the new Stu Taylor arrives, she's from Queenstown, excuse me, thank you very much.
This is New Zealand, and she's bloody good at her job.
She is so good. So when you were talking about Magda, and you were like, I don't know why they got rid of Magda, when you compare Magda and Taylor's ability to consider tongs, for example, it's very obvious that Magda had to go.
Yeah.
The Kiwis are smashing it.
Yeah, we know what we're up to.
I can't tell you why she's so good, but Aisha loves it, and she got tongs.
She worked on a very big boat, which means a lot in this industry.
Do you think she's like a service pro? Do you think that she's going to come in and have issues with the way Aisha does things? Because she's
Yes.
like, I know.
Possibly.
You think that because you've seen the remaining
I
episodes?
couldn't possibly comment.
Okay.
No,
Is she going to break some hearts?
We
Because I saw Culver.
No, but that was Geordie. That's the bloody primary. We saw a clip for next week that had Culver kissing someone, and it was
that's
Geordie,
right.
the primary, and I'm hurting.
He was in
for
character,
Brittini.
probably.
Yeah, that was Keith Stone.
Yeah.
Is that how Keith Stone works,
That
do you
is a
think?
great move if it is.
Because you can run two parallel relationships when you put a wig on. And
And
no
a
one
pot
can
belly.
complain.
Don't forget the pot belly.
Well, but is Keith Stone always have a pot belly or just sometimes?
Maybe sometimes.
Like
we
maybe
talk
that's
about-
Santa Keith Stone. Which is a third identity.
Santa Keith Stone gets away with moida.
Can we talk about? I can only assume it's Keith Stone in a leotard / bathing suit, dancing at the Coachella festival on the beach.
Yes, with DJ Benny.
DJ Benny,
Yeah.
with DJ Benny, who just happens to have his Serato decks in his duffel bag for just such an occasion as he might be asked to DJ at a Coachella-esque mini festival on a beach while on a charter.
That does feel like the kind of thing that Benny would bring along with a really bad attitude.
I think we want to say DJ Lazy Susan. That's his DJ name.
We were talking about that like just last week. A lazy Susan.
And it works for DJing on account of it being a round spinny thing.
Oh, you could flick food off that. Don't know.
What?
I just had a flashback to me being really horrible at Canton Cafe, and I don't want to think about it.
Oh,
Tell us more.
Spinning the lazy, like, you know how people used to go to Canton Cafe and just get hammered?
yeah. People would bring in like a dozen beers.
Yeah.
It was lawless place.
Lawless. And you know, they give you oranges to try and get you out.
Yeah.
Putting the oranges on the lazy Susan and just giving it hell, and the oranges flinging. Isn't that so bad?
Alex
that
Casey,
terrible?
that's off your brand.
That is worse.
It's off brand.
That's worse than a Belfie.
Don't do that.
It's worse than a Belfie.
It's worse than a Belfie.
It's not even bad.
It's disrespectful.
Yeah, what I was doing was not fueled by love, whereas yours was.
Mine was fueled by desperation.
And wildly expensive data prices.
Wildly expensive data price. I mean, there's so much. It's very
I think
layered.
it's fine, Alex.
Is it fine?
You know, it was a
being honest,
different
we've all been
time. We've all
little
been
shits.
little shits.
Oh,
yeah.
I remember setting off fireworks in one of those old blue recycling. Remember when we had recycling bins that were the size of like a
We're
bucket?
not doing our worst stuff here because I don't have time for that.
That's true. I know some of your worst stuff.
No, you don't.
I
You
do.
Don't tell
I
anyone
know
my
little
worst
tiny bits.
stuff.
Tip of the iceberg. Anyway, where were we? Something about the boat. Oh, Culver texting his mom saying Chef was fired. Wish you could replace him.
Yeah, that's weird.
Do you think those texts are real, or do you think that in post production they're just having some fun?
I think they just have fun with it, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a great shout though, but also feels like it could be real.
Oh, I believe it.
Nate's first dinner on the cruise is a dinner in a Japanese degustation type format. And just amazed he knows what a degustation is, being a chef and all.
That's weird.
It's immediate step up from Ryan. And what else happened? Did it go fine? No, it didn't go
we're
fine.
very slow.
I was confused by what was going on here.
Yeah.
Because it felt like
The
he had stuff ready and the guests weren't ready, but then the guests were ready for other stuff and he wasn't ready, and it felt like
He was a
Aisha's
bit
fault.
flustered.
Felt
but-
like Aisha's fault.
Well, but it's also, I think he's had to do like a full tear down and rebuild of the kitchen on account of it just being left like Sam Uffendale's flat after a particularly big one.
Yeah, left him in an absolute shit pickle, which I quite liked. Gonna use that.
Yeah, that's a good
No,
phrase.
that was good.
The non-drinking primary came back from Coachella, smashed a daiquiri, then asked for a champagne,
Yeah,
and
like-
then a Sauv Blanc, please.
That was quite,
It was a nice little edit.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then one guest was holding up the whole dinner by taking her sweet time with the sushi.
That's right.
That's what kind of threw
And was it
everything
that
for
same
spin.
guest who, when it was time for the next course, as soon as it was about to arrive, she got up and went to the toilet, and then they had to hold.
No, that was the primary. But Captain also went up and went to the toilet. And so it was just... It was a nightmare. And Aisha came out the stairs with the food because they were going to do this kind of coordinated service.
Oh, yeah,
and she like popped her head up and was like, "Oh my God."
It was just
One
a
of them's
chaos
missing.
reigns dinner. I don't think it was anyone's fault particularly. It just
If someone's in the toilet,
bring
me the
pop
food.
it down. Not in the toilet. You animal.
push it under the door.
You've actually got quite a big gap under your toilet door, haven't you?
Yeah.
For that reason.
That was a specific landlord. This doesn't work for me.
I love it. But there probably wasn't a lot else that happened. I mean, 2 people got fired at the beginning of the episode. 2 people arrived, but there wasn't a lot else that happened in this episode. Next week, though, we've got a stray tender and a stray Culver, so I can't wait. And we're really on the home stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. When does it get real good, Duncan?
Yeah, when's that big, amazing episode coming, Duncan?
It was last week, wasn't it?
Right. No, it was kind of last week. And I mean, look, I thought this week was good. Like Ryan going off,
Yeah.
bumming his way out. Come on.
There were moments.
You can't
for
complain
sure.
about 2 people getting fired and Ryan just going off.
But they all happened in the first 2 minutes of the
Yeah.
show, is the problem.
Yeah. Well, what can I tell you?
Everything that happens?
Yeah, I can actually. But sort of not at the same time.
Yeah, true. It would really ruin things for our show. Okay, thank you very much for listening to this hot mess.
Can
we
I-
are the sludge at the bottom of the dishwasher.
Yeah, slip, and slip, to be honest. I want to thank Tahe for putting up with this particularly chaotic and annoying episode.
All this different equipment, all this milk.
Different equipment, 3 cardboard boxes.
I think it's going to be worth it.
Please don't quit. Please don't quit.
Don't go
It's
to
too
Today
late. You
FM.
can't.
Too late.
It's too late. I've already emailed.
Emailed.
No. Did I interrupt your Zoom this morning, by the way, by accidentally logging into the...
You almost did.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's right.
Oh my God, Jane.
I know.
All right. We're going to push the buttons.
Okay, we're going to say
3.
goodbye. Thank you for listening. Thank you, T.I. here.
What I will say is that I don't think Belfies are inherently good or bad. I think they just are.
Same.
No, I mean, it's true, obviously. It's true.
You
It's my own
can't
internalized...
Belfie shame Jane.
No,
Belfie
I'm
shaming
the
Jane.
only one Belfie shaming myself. Everyone else is
I'm a
celebrating
big
it.
booster of the Belfies. Always have been.
We're going to post our... We're not. Goodbye.
Bye.
Kia ora, I'm Alex Casey, Senior Writer at The Spinoff.
We wouldn't exist without the ongoing support of our generous members. If you're able to, you can make a donation at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Kia ora e te iwi, Te Aihe Butler here, podcast manager at The Spinoff. If you enjoy listening to our podcasts, consider supporting our mahi by signing up to become a Spinoff member at thespinoff.co.nz/donate. The Spinoff Podcast Network.